Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to This Off-Grid Life. It is January 30th, 31st, January 30th. Are there even 31 days in January? I'm bad for that. Anyway, it's the end of January, and it's frickin' spring. Like, no ground frost spring. I was able to dig into the garden. The chickens were in there, and I went and shooed them away, and I picked up the shovel to see if I could get into the earth, and lo and behold, we don't even have any ground frost anymore. So crazy. A couple videos ago, we were going through the coldest temperatures we had ever seen here. So this video is going to be a lot of me. Our poor Katie is up there laying in bed, very sick. Both her and I got a cold from someone in town. We don't go into town very often, but I went to town for groceries, and the clerk was visibly sick. And while she was touching my food, one of her coworkers came up to her to check her temperature and told her that she was burning up. And I immediately mentioned, like, in BC here, we have 5 paid sick days. And you shouldn't be at work if you're sick, especially if you're touching people's food. So, yeah, I'm on cough medicine and Advil. So I'm all right for about 3 hours until the fever comes back. But I have to do something today. I'm going to take these 2 very neglected puppy dogs because we've been sick. And I'm going to take the tribe of goats. And we're going to go down to our water spot where we normally get our water, and I'm going to move the hose back up to our spring box. So for those of you who don't know, every year for a few months a year, we actually get gravity fed water here. And that usually starts late March. But like I said, it's January 30th and it's flowing right now. So that means if it's flowing right now and it stays warm, which it pretty much is going to be, there's a good chance that we have water, like running water. Technically, even though it doesn't look it, technically we'll have running water in the middle of winter. Ugh, what a strange year. Anyway, I'm going to go wrangle up the goats and we're going to go get this thing done. Come on, goats! Let's go! Come on! Nebby! Bring the girls! You guys want to go for a walk or what? Let's go! The heck, man? Hey, you guys want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go. Goats are being lazy today. I guess the tribe stays at home. Oh, well. It actually makes it easier for me. I just like to get them out for walks on days like this, especially when we've been sick and not been able to give them a whole lot of attention. So be it. So you can see that I've only got my 2 dogs with me. Today is actually the old dog's birthday, the old one. She turns 15 years old today. And I took her to the vet. Today. We have to take her in for a pain medication she gets in her butt. Gets an injection. I took her to the vet today and she managed to poop all over the vet. So she's an old girl. She's still doing okay, but she's an old girl. And when Katie's not feeling good, Hinto is her dog. He won't leave her side all the time. He wouldn't be interested in coming for a walk because she's not with me. But these 2 scoundrels, they need it. So that's why it's only the 3 of us. It's lonely. We want the rest of our family to be with us, but this is how it is today. Look at the condition of our road. Oh yeah. I love it when it gets muddy like this. Makes driving fun. Remember this spot? This didn't work for us this year, this winter. Anyway, so here's the plan. This here is 1/2-inch poly pipe. I have to pull it all the way back up to our spring mocks, which is quite a bit higher than we are right here. But the other side of this connects to our home. Once I connect it, you'll see later on in the video. But I gotta pull this all the way up, and I gotta get it hooked up to our spring mocks, and then hooked up to our home pipe. And then when I get home, we should have water pouring. So yeah, we're gonna head it back up to the top of the hill, start yarding this up, and wish me luck. I already know this is gonna be a nightmare, and I hope I can do it in 3 hours, because when I'm done, I'm gonna be pretty sick again, and I'm gonna need to go get myself into bed. This is the kind of stuff I'm dealing with, where it's getting caught up in trees and stuff. It's a long line to pull, and the forest is full of snags. I get a little bit, and then it snags, and I gotta walk all the way back, find the snag, unsnag it, and then keep going. I'm nervous to take off my jacket because I'm sick, but I'm cooking right now. I am cooking right now. This is not going super well. I have to go back all the way to find the snag. So go like this. It's way, 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 way over there. Oh. At least I got to take a half-an-hour break and try to find my puppy, who decided to go on a mission on her own. The dogs are put away. It's just me out here now. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can get more than 5 feet pulled without having to go back now. I get a little grumpy when I'm sick. I'm guilty. And I mean, I gotta put things into perspective. Look at where I am right now. Do you see this? You see this, but you don't smell this. This is fresh freaking air, man. This is like, if there's any place to get healthy, it's in this forest right here. And even though I'm exhausted because I'm sick, I could be doing a different job, that like sitting in a cubicle, which I mean, some people enjoy, certainly not for this guy. Or I could be in the middle of a 12-hour day roofing, which, you know, I've been in too many times, and it's not my favorite thing. And you always end up in that situation when you're roofing, which was my previous trade before I went full-time YouTube. But yeah, you gotta put things into perspective sometimes. I mean, a lot of people would kill to experience a place like this, just to be here for a minute. This is something that I need to make sure that I don't take for granted. Even when I'm sick and grumpy, I don't want to take it for granted. Beautiful. We'll be all right. We're gonna get this water flowing. Katie's gonna be happy. That's worth it. Oh, and there she is. Ooh, that's not going very good. It's going though. It was just shooting out. I gotta go check the spring box and see what's going on. It is very early for this to be running, but there we go. There. Oh, there's no better water. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but I'll have to go check it out. Watch this. We've made the connection. It was worth it already. I don't know that this is gonna go all the way home. I can't guarantee that the whole line is free of ice, but I can't even see any snow looking around me right now, so more than likely is good to go. Oh, that is such tasty water. Anyway, I should say, I don't really love having to do this Mickey Mouse stuff. But a lot of things, Katie and I don't usually talk about our finances, but the way that we're building out here, we are building with the money that we have, and then making more money, and then building with that, and then making more money. For 4 years, all of our money has gone towards this property. And the tractor, and you know, we don't spend a lot of money on fancy stuff. And we're relatively debt-free. We're not completely debt-free, but I mean, we're making it work. And this is making it work. And I'm grateful for it, even though it's a bit of work, and it's a bit of a headache. I mean, again, like I said earlier, look where I am. I can't complain about a thing. Oh, look at here. Look at all that water coming out. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to go into here, not bleed out. We're getting full water in there, but it's not as full as I want it to be. Welcome to the Fountain of Youth, by the way. I think that's what I'm going to call the spring box, because the water's so good. Well, I got to find some clay and fix this little breach that we have here. Don't go away. Yeah, that's no good. What the hell? Oh, yeah, that's nice and cold. Ouch. Where else are we leaking from? Oh man, I gotta do some work on this thing. I got water coming out of there too. Better get some more clay on that. There we go. That's my clay repair. Stop the water from leaking. No more water running down there. Let's take a look in here. Well, the only place it can go now is this hole. Just gotta keep crud out of here. Now it's time to go connect this to the line that goes back home and take some Neocitrin and another Advil and put myself in bed. Okay, that's where the connection was made. Let's go back on the line and make sure everything's good. Well, that's no good. Half the line broke off. I figured it was feeling pretty easy pulling that line, but at least we've got water running to here. It's running pretty good too. I guess I gotta pull the other line up here. So, I made a mistake. I thought that I had snapped the line somewhere or disconnected one of the couplers. I forgot we brought a whole ton of this stuff home. I don't remember why, but now that the snow's melted, there's the pile. So I'm gonna get this out there. I can do this. I'm gonna get this out there so that we can have water today. It seems a lot easier to me doing this than wrapping this old hose up. Okay, I got that big long spaghetti line hooked up. Got it hooked up to the other part of the line. That was really easy to do. I didn't film it, but it was pretty simple. There's the water coming out of it. little bit by little bit. There's where it needs to go. And then it goes home. Then there's just a little bit of messing around at home that I've got to do. But we'll have water running to our house. Yeah, wonderful. And just like that, we have water at home. It's taking a minute to get here properly, but it is here. It's kind of going slow. Yeah, that's not too bad. I expect that there's a whole ton of mouse bites. All the environment of the forest, including the black bears, like to bite these this poly line. So, I mean, any little bit of water is great because we can just fill our cistern up. I can fill up the hot tub again, which we haven't had. I mean, which I emptied out a couple days ago, but it was so gross in there. Ugh. We were questioning whether we should go in the last video. We just went for it anyway. All's well that ends well, but we need fresh water in there, so. Juniper, look. You want some of this? Ooh, you want some of this? Come here, look. Juniper, come here. Boo boo. She's not having any of it. Well, thanks again for watching me struggle in the woods. We're grateful to have water, even if it takes what it took. It's time to go to bed.
Well, we just got back from town. We ended up having to buy some 20-foot 2x10s. So we're going to be doing wood trim around the top of the house, and it would just be way too much work to go out and find a tree that is down, that is the right size for what we need. It's pretty much non-existent because we're only taking trees that have fallen down in windstorms. There's not a lot of selection. So we ended up buying the lumber, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And we're gonna get the boards. Well, we're just gonna get work on the one side for now so that we can get the siding up to the roof on the one side. But we've got to get the 2x10s cut in half. We've got to plane them down to the right width and then get it stained. And then we can start getting that installed and hopefully get that section of siding finished in this video. Still feeling pretty sick. I'm going away in a few days, and we were trying to get a bunch of footage done, a bunch of projects done before I left so that we had enough videos to keep posting our regular schedule, but that's not going to happen now because we've just spent 3 days in bed. Greg was a trooper and got our water running, which is really nice. We've got a full cistern and a fresh hot tub, fresh tank of water in the hot tub, so that's nice. But we're gonna get this wood cut down to size.
We're gonna move it so that it's right here, right on that spot there. Okay. I get my phone out like this. Yeah, lift on this one. Okay. Good enough.
Well, that store-bought lumber goes through a hell of a lot easier than our milled lumber. The width is even throughout the whole board, unlike when we mill it and it's always wobbly, no matter how hard we try to level out the mill. But what can you do? So now that we've got this planed, we're gonna
cut it.
We're gonna cut it to size, and then we're gonna stain it. And that's where the plastic walls come in handy, because there's a nice clean covered in area. It's a bit of a pain having the plastic there for when we're planing and stuff like that, but it's just the way it is. See how this goes, I guess.
Why? What are you thinking?
Well, I got nowhere to roll it out.
Oh, just touch it a whole bunch of times. Just touch it lightly all over the... There you go. That'll work. Go way quicker. I hope it looks the same on this type of wood. Perfect. All right, we're gonna try and get the rest of the siding done before I go away. So Greg was just dry fitting the top piece of trim. That all looks good. Now he's got to get some backing in for when we put the soffit, and then we'll be able to get that trim up. And once the trim is up, then we can start flying with the siding. Shouldn't take us too long. There's really not a lot to do, but it's going to be good to get this wrapped up. One. one gecko in. This is the final piece on this giant wall that we've been working on for, it seems, all winter. I'm really excited to put this in here. And then we're gonna stop doing this wall.
Weird thing on it.
You take a video? It's good.